Hey everybody, it's PDubs. Thanks as always for hanging out upstairs with us and for checking out the channel. And on today's episode, I wanted to catch up with all of you regarding the Arcade1Up Bandai-Namco Legacy arcade machine that was just announced for CES 2022. This is the Pac-Mania edition. And that's right, guys, Pac-Mania is going to be running wild in our arcade and game rooms. Well, what does that mean? Well, guys, when it comes to Pac-Mania, or when it comes to pretty much any arcade cabinet that Arcade1Up does, what happens? Whenever they release a skin, what do they usually do? Well, we usually end up seeing multiple variants of this same skin. I would not be surprised if during this calendar year, we see Pac-Mania released multiple times. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, guys, as you know, we're probably going to see a Pac-Mania Partycade. We'll probably see Pac-Mania countercades with the Pac-Mania artwork on it. And we'll probably, who knows, they might even do a cocktail table. Maybe that cocktail table will have Wi-Fi. I doubt the Partycades or the countercades would. Either way, I wouldn't be surprised to see Pac-Mania running wild all year long. And how many games will all these cabinet variants have? Well, I'm assuming only the Legacy Edition, the 3/4 scale one, would have all 14 games on it that they've advertised here. There's probably a really good chance that the other variants of this cabinet would have less games. But let's get back to this cabinet. All right, so I took a poll on my YouTube channel, guys, and this is really interesting. I said, hey, which was your favorite cabinet announced yesterday? I posted this poll a week ago, the day after the CES announcements came out. Got, as of today, over 740 responses. And take a look here. Which single product, which single cabinet are you the most excited about? And take a look, guys. Bandai Legacy Pac-Mania, only 4%. 4% out of 740 people were interested in this cabinet. Now, of course, this is a small sample size of Arcade1Up fans, but even if you did the math, 4% of 740, that's about 30 people. That's still about 16,000 in revenue, and times that by however many Arcade1Up fans are out there today, as well as times that, and also you're going to add in anyone who's brand new. This might be their first arcade cabinet, and it might be Pac-Mania. Now, in my humble opinion, although this cabinet is interesting, I don't really see a reason to upgrade this cabinet if you already have an existing Bandai-Namco Legacy cabinet. You're going to get 2 more games. You're going to get a different cabinet shape that looks a bit more like the real thing, right? Like the real arcade. I mean, take a look here. This mold here is actually pretty similar to what a Pac-Mania arcade cabinet would look like. But unlike the Mortal Kombat cabinet where they got that marquee flush, take a look, guys. It does appear we're going to have a little bit of a wing here. They are still going to be wings on these cabinets. Why? There's got to be a design reason why they had to do that, but maybe, you know, who wants wings? We don't want wings. We want the marquees flush. But besides that, take a look at this control deck. Now, obviously, this is a render, but take a look at that artwork on the render with the Pac-Mania level on the control deck. I think that looks super, super cool. And of course, it has live, because the big selling feature for this cabinet, guys, of course, is the online leaderboards, Wi-Fi leaderboards. If that interests you, this is the first official Pac-Man cabinet that actually is going to have online leaderboards for the games included for Pac-Man, Pac-Land, all that kinds of stuff. Now, a lot of these games do crisscross with the Wi-Fi online leaderboard enabled Class of 1981 cabinet. I absolutely love that cabinet. It's one of my favorite Arcade1Ups right now. Gave that a very positive review on my channel. But of course, that cabinet's got Miss Pac-Man on it. It doesn't have Pac-Man. So you have to really be a Pac-Man fan. Miss Pac-Man is better. But if you love original Pac-Man, you might want to pick this up. And especially if you want to compete on the leaderboards with everyone else who owns, you know, this Arcade1Up device. But this brings a very interesting question. Will those online leaderboards, will they be compatible with everyone else who owns this arcade cabinet? That's a really great question I would love for Arcade1Up to address. Will the Dig Dug leaderboards and Dig Dug 2 leaderboards and Rompers leaderboards, the games that all match what's on the Class of 1981 cabinet, will they share the same leaderboard, Or are they going to be separate leaderboards for those cabinets? I'd love to find that information out. Assuming that this cabinet is going to be in the $500 to $600 price range, and it does come with 14 games. You're going to get Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus, Pac-Land, Galaga, Galaxian, Galaga 88, Mappy, Dig Dug 2, Rompers, and Rolling Thunder. So there's a ton of games on there that are already on the Class of 81 cabinet. So I myself, am I going to buy this cabinet just to have Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Super Pac-Man, you know, leaderboards? Probably not myself, but you know, if you're a Pac-Man lover, let's just say you're still rolling with that yellow original Generation 1 Arcade1Up Pac-Man, well, hey, maybe this one is the one for you to finally upgrade to a better version of Pac-Man that also has online leaderboards, because obviously this particular cabinet will have one of their newer generation PCB boards in it that support the Wi-Fi, the Ethernet, the online leaderboards, the Android operating system, and all that kinds of stuff. So you guys got to let me know in the comment section after the video's over. Are you going to be picking up Pac-Mania? Are you going to let Pac-Mania run wild, whether it's one of the smaller versions, which we're pretty sure that's going to happen, right? They always do that with Pac-Man. There's going to be 10 versions of this cabinet. Or are you going to get this 3/4 scale one, or are you just sticking with whatever Pac-Man variant you have? Me, myself, I love my Class of 81 cabinet, and because so many of those games cross over onto this cabinet, I just don't see the need to go get this cabinet. Although if I did not own Class of 81 cabinet and had no other Pac-Mans in my house, I probably would consider purchasing and picking this cabinet up. Overall here, guys, one other thing to mention about this particular cabinet is that it is going to have that molded coin door. Let's take another quick look at that. So that's another reason too. If you like these molded coin doors, if these molded coin doors matter to you, obviously molded coin doors are way better than stickers. Way better than stickers, so definite improvement there overall. I gotta tell you, once again, guys, if this cabinet was in that $500 to $600 price range, I would definitely consider upgrading. And also if I didn't have the Class of 1981. I don't think this is a bad cabinet. I just don't think it's the cabinet for me at this time, but it could be for you. And that's what I want to know. Leave those comments and stuff in the video description below. Let me know what you think. And is Pac-Mania going to be running wild in your arcade and game rooms? Let me know, brother. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.